There is this saying that if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. A very good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
I believe that this quote is the very essence of delegation. What is delegation? The textbook definition is delegation is the process of transferring the responsibility for a specific activity or tasks from one person to another and empowering that individual to accomplish a specific goal. I totally agree with this definition.
Initially.
But why do we delegate? And what is the difference between to just delegate and to delegate to empower? I believe to delegate is just to give out certain tasks so that the certain task could be accomplished. But to delegate to empower is so that the accomplished result is done, so that the best result could be done at the best and most efficient way possible. Basically, it's the best and efficient. Leaders, to accomplish a goal, does not need to work hard and long, but to break those tasks and delegate the task to other members so that it will be a more successful accomplishment. So, to delegate, there are barriers to that. One is the lack of confidence. What is lack of confidence? It's when the team leader does not really believe in their team member. So when they do not believe in their team member, what happens to the whole task? It will fall down. This happens because of a few reasons. One is there is a breakdown in communication. The leader do not believe in their members and they do not have a good communication with each other. This could be one of them. Another is because they had a previous conflict with each other and they do not work well together. And this could break down the task at hand. Two is control. Another barrier to delegation is the fact that the leader is so reluctant to give the control to the team members. I understand this because personally for me, I like to achieve things a certain way, and it bothers me when it does not follow a certain way. So when this happens, the team leader is very reluctant to give the control to other team members as well. Third is selfishness. The team leader wants the credit to him or herself only. I mean, why give the credit to other people when you can have it all on your own, especially when it is something that you can do on your own. Another barrier is insecurity. This happens when the team leader is insecure or they're envious of their team leader, of their team member. If their team member could accomplish that task better than he or she, the team leader, then the credit would go to the team member instead of the team leader. And this is a dangerous mindset to have, especially when trying to achieve a certain goal. And finally is reluctance. The reluctance to provide tasks to other team members. Because again, like the previous barrier, the team leader is not comfortable asking for help from the other members. So the team leader ends up doing the task on his or her own. So how do we overcome the barriers to delegation? And how do we delegate efficiently? There are 5 steps to this. One is to prioritize. So what is to prioritize? When you're given a task, a big task, what do we do? Rather than rather than doing it immediately, why don't we break it down to smaller tasks, and from there we can find out which tasks are more important than the other, and that way we can know which to do first and which to do later. Next is to match needs to availability and ability. Like the photo itself, it shows a wooden block, a wooden puzzle, and they are mismatched. So to avoid this, what we need to do is to find the appropriate person to match them to the appropriate task at hand. For example, if you've never done accounts before and you're asked to do accounts, how would that look within your team? It will not be efficient, and chances are it will break down. So we need to find the right person to do the right task. Next is assigning responsibility. Do you recognize this photo? Yes? In School of Rock, this is when Jack Black was assigning the students to the specific tasks they're given. For example, one of the students are given the bassist, drummer. What I'm trying to say? Hold on. Excuse me. Assigning responsibility is only achievable if they're given to the right person. So if a drummer is asked to be a guitar player, would that person achieve the role as well as they could? Chances are they don't. So by assigning responsibility, the leader would know which team member would be suitable for that assigned role. Empower or grant authority. By granting authority, the team leader gives power to the team member to accomplish tasks at hand so that the desired results could be achieved. This means that the team leader needs to trust the team member to achieve that goal. And this does not mean that the team leader would give 100% authority to that person. It needs to be with a certain limit. So for example, in the previous contest, the OC is asked to hold the contest itself. But without limit, the OC would not know what to do and where his limit is. So he might be spending $500 when the budget is indeed $150, and that person will be over budget. Next is establish accountability. By establishing accountability, the team member is held responsible for the task that is given to them. By doing so, the team member would not slack off, or they would know what to do by the time that is given, because he's already given the responsibility to do so. And after establishing accountability, the leader would have to follow up to see where the team member is at. So that the team leader would know where the progress of each team member is at that current moment. And after following up, there also need to be recognition from the leader. By recognizing the progress and success of the team member is more empowered and they are more willing to do more tasks to achieve their certain goals at hand. Finally, benefits of delegation. Delegating is a very tedious task because it involves a lot of pre-planning and it involves a lot of time, but it also comes with a lot of benefits. One of them is a more involved and empowered team. If a team is involved into the success of the task, they will be more empowered to do more tasks in the future by the team leader. Another is increased productivity and quality. When delegating a certain task, I'll give you an example. One person can come up with one solution, 2% can come up with 2 solutions, and 3% can come up with 3 solutions. Chances are one of them could have the best solution. By delegating tasks, the team members could give more quality solution, and this would lead to a more productive accomplishment. Another is reduce costs, and this does not mean in terms of finance, but it could mean in terms of effort and time. When we delegate tasks, this could reduce time and effort because not only one person is working on the project, but more than one person is working on that project. That way, the task is divided into smaller tasks so that it could be achieved more quickly. Innovation comes because there are more people because a team member is given a specific task and that task only. By doing that specific task, that means that the team member would have more time to think of solutions for his task. And finally, greater commitment from the team. When team members are involved in making a project come to a success, it will give them a sense of accomplishment and sense of ownership that they have contributed to that success of the team. So this would empower them furthermore. Finally, I will leave you with this quote. Never tell people how to do things, tell them what to do, and they will surprise you with their ingenuity. This means that rather than giving tasks to team members, tell them, by empowering them, they could come up with better solutions to undertake the tasks. And that is all for me. Thank you.